Hi everyone, Pete and Grady here from the Purple House Wellness Center in Forth. Hope you're feeling alright. Pete, you're nearly disappearing off the screen by look of it. You might have to lower your chair. Today we want to talk about something really, but not too low now you. We want to talk about something really interesting. It's called the natural law of Herring. So Dr. Herring, he was a naturopath or a homeopath in the 17th century, and he worked with a lot of people, and he studied the natural healing process as people began to heal. And what he observed was that people, humans, they often heal from the inside out and from the top down. So in his opinion, there was a healing mechanism, and to heal correctly, in his opinion, the body would work from the top down to the bottom, to your feet. Like if things were coming out, let's say if a person was poisoned, it would work its way down from the top, down through the feet, and also from the inside out. So that was what he observed. There's a mechanism like that, and it's called the Herring's law. Also, diseases, the healing goes in the reverse way that it appeared. So like when you are suffering from a chronic issue in your tissues, it's important for you to know that, trace it all the way back to the beginning, and then as your body starts to heal, it heals back in the reverse way that it appeared. I'm hoping I make that clear. For me, of course, and because Pete and I, we're health nerds and we love to help people heal from the inside out, we find this really, really fascinating. So we do everything we can to support your natural healing abilities so that your body can literally correct itself in the right way without missing any steps. So Pete, what are some examples that you can use to illustrate this?
Well, one just come to mind actually. There are quite a few people who suffer with fungal toenails.
Oh yeah.
And they are the most stubborn things to get rid of. And quite a few of our clients will ask me, what can I do? And I'll tell them things to do, for suggestions, stuff to put on their toenails, but we need to work from the inside out. So yeah, because the real issue, the fungal thing, is systemic. It's inside us, and it starts in the gut, actually.
Well, lots of things start in the gut because you can't get much deeper than the gut. So if you think healing needs to happen from the inside out for it to heal correctly, and I've got all this written down in an article so you can read it again. So this knowledge has been around for well over 300 years, right? So a fungal toenail didn't start with your toenail. That's basically what we're saying. It's like your body trying to push something out from deep inside of you through your toenails.
Yes, we've got natural yeasts in our gut. They're meant to stay yeast, but when we kill off our good gut bacteria, which we do just through living, and if we don't replace them, it starts to grow and becomes a fungus, and then goes through the gut wall into the bloodstream and goes systemic, what we call systemic. So it'll go right throughout the body, and if we don't clear that up and then get that yeast back into its normal
state,
proportions, then you'll have trouble getting rid of your fungal toenails.
Yeah, but I mean, we do suggest different things that work well for people when they come to see us for their toenails, but we just explaining to you how smart the body is, smart and amazing, and has its own kind of regime for keeping you healthy, and also your body has different steps in place that everybody's body does. So it heals from the inside out and from the top down basically, and it works often it starts to heal acute issues first, and then it goes into chronic ones. So the chronic deep-seated issues are the last ones that your body wants to heal, and we support you in all of that. So Pete and I were going to use a different example too. Something that we see a lot is like little children with eczema, right? So eczema can be a very persistent, chronic excruciating, debilitating condition, even for adults, let alone children. So then parents often reach for the cortisone, or they put cream on the eczema.
Or
whatever.
they'll go to the doctor and they'll be prescribed cortisone cream.
That's right. And then what
suppresses it?
Then it goes inside, so then it pushes that disease into the body, and then often children get asthma because it's like the eczema becomes asthma, so it's gone deep into the body. So as parents, because you need to be on healer of your family, of course, you need to help your child to also heal from the inside out. So again, there are things that we could suggest that support your natural healing abilities, that help you overcome asthma. Another really classic example that I love to share with people is sore knees, right? When you have sore knees, or you have knee injuries, or your knees ache, or you have knee stiffness, it doesn't matter, or your knees lock, whatever.
Growing pains? Well, in the knees?
Maybe, I wasn't per se thinking of that. I'm thinking of adults, but maybe,
even kids with sore knees.
True.
Yeah.
Well, one of my earliest teachers back, 25 years ago, she told me when people's heart overflows, like literally the heart center, and too much pain or hurt or emotional stuckness, it overflows into the knees. So since then I've always checked in if that's true, and it does seem to have a connection when people's knees are hurting. Actually, their heart is hurting. But they've suppressed it or repressed it or numbed it out. So if I say to them, they often just laugh till I start doing healing session, and then I help them to connect the dots. So the body heals itself in the reverse way. And so when Peter and I do our healing sessions with our clients, and we work with energy a lot of the time as well, what we find is suddenly the body goes through the whole history very, very quickly. It's as if your body has got it written down, right? And so the energy might suddenly go to the ears, and then I'll say, oh, did you used to have ear infections as a child? But I already know they used to have ear infections. So it's like the body quickly goes through all the diseases and all the issues you've ever had or accidents, and it checks if there's anything left unhealed. Basically, that's how I see it, and it quickly finishes off a healing process. So that's what excites me about working with clients. So Pete and I, we work with energy a lot, because after all, we are 99.999% energy. So the first thing everyone really needs to heal is their energy. So what is your energy? Well, your energy is really like an antenna, your energy in your body, which is the sum total of all the experiences you've ever experienced, and also all the thoughts you tend to think and all the feelings you have in your body. And that creates a certain frequency, and that frequency creates the issues in your tissues.
And quite often those issues are just little things start to niggle at you, and just an ache or a pain or a little itch or something unusual happens. Take notice of it.
Yeah, I know, it's really fascinating. Just always be curious.
Yeah, be curious and listen to your body. If your body wants to tell you something, it will tell you.
Yeah, it does actually. It won't stop talking to you.
No, it won't stop talking to you until you listen. And then if you don't listen, it might might be a truck rather than just a feather.
Oh yeah, Peter's talk about feather brick truck. Yeah. So your soul has a destiny, right, for you in this lifetime, and it just wants you to reach the destiny or live your your purpose. And if you are not living on purpose, or your soul thinks, oh, she's going to miss out on some important lessons, it doesn't matter how you learn the lessons. That's not the issue. The issue is that you get them. Then your soul rather starts to, a feather comes along and it makes you sit up a little bit. You go like, oh, what was that? But then you go, oh, nothing. And then the next thing, it will be a brick. So like it might be a brick, symbolically speaking, through a window. And then if you go, oh no, I'll just take that in my stride, that was nothing.
Yeah, I'm strong enough to handle that.
I'll just take that on the chin or whatever. And then it might be the truck. So that's of course what happened to me. So I literally got hit by a truck. So I can freely use this example because it happened to me. But of course, everyone experiences their own version, don't they?
Yeah, we have a chuckle quite often when people come into us and they say, feels as if I've been hit by a truck.
And then they go, oh, sorry, because like I did get hit by a truck, so I know how bad, and I know it doesn't feel like that really.
Well, they must be feeling pretty bad though, because being hit by a truck, I tell you, I saw Grada after she was hit by a truck and it wasn't nice.
No,
it was horrific.
Yeah, that's right. So our soul is always co-creating, right? And the fastest way to heal is not to blame, say, the truck driver. Because if I had blamed the truck driver or the accident or blame external circumstances, I'll tell you already now, you're not going to heal.
Well, there'll be another truck around the corner.
Also, you're wasting a lot of energy. You're just springing a leak then, and you lose all your energy. So in your journey of life, it's important that you don't spring leaks. And if you have leaks, that you know where they are, so you can plug up the boat, basically. And so Pete and I, we help our clients to do that with pretty much everything, because we've been through a lot of things. We've bled in the trenches, and we have lots of answers.
Yeah, plus your physical body, healing from the inside to get the outside to heal is essential as well. So that gut health is really important.
Yeah.
And we can point you in the right direction there.
So eating fermented food is really, really good for your body. That is like the natural fermentation process that has kind of pre-digested, say, your vegetables, if you have sauerkraut, or if you have fermented drinks, like kombucha or kefir or milk, kefir and so on. So beneficial for your tummy, because your gut, the pipe that starts here and ends at your bottom, is actually 10 meters long, right? And it pretty much dictates your whole life, because if something goes wrong there, you're just not going to be happy, right? And apparently, when your thinking isn't clear, so people often come to us and they say, my memory isn't so good anymore, or my brain is a bit foggy, or things like that. That's often, of course, connected to your gut, so you need to heal your gut as well. First, also magnesium, of course, is really, really great to keep your body in balance. Like magnesium is the great relaxer, so it helps to relax everything, helps to keep you regular. And then, like we said, fermented foods, or like supplementing with a really, really good probiotic helps your tummy stay healthy as well. And then you feel like a whole new person, because your body is literally healing itself from the inside out. So you'll be surprised.
Actually, giving your bowel a good rest is often good as well.
Yeah.
It's to give it a good clean out.
And also, this is funny that you mentioned that when your tummy gurgles and people say, oh, I must be needing breakfast or lunch or dinner or something, because we think we're hungry. When your tummy is making those gurgling sounds, it's actually spring cleaning. So you can just let your body gurgle for a while, because it's spring cleaning. Because imagine if you're vacuuming your house and you're cleaning, you're vacuuming and mopping, and you think, I must be hungry, I better eat something. That would be like opening the back door and letting the cat in, and the dog and the cow and your grandchildren. You have to start all over again. So your body is always got your best interest at heart. It has its own techniques and its strategies that we are often blind to, but we can listen to it, right? So you may have noticed something in your own self that you realized, oh, this is coming from deep inside of me, but it's actually, maybe showing as a joint pain or something. So I'm really curious to hear your example as well of what we just told you, how your body heals from the inside out and from the top down, and in the reverse to how all your issues started. of course, they often start in our childhood too, don't they?
Yep. You can pop them in the comments.
I would love to hear from you, or send us an email. So when we work with clients, we also always go back into the childhood and help you work with your inner child and heal your inner child, and it gives you so much peace on the inside. You just feel so nothing triggers you anymore in the same way. So that frees up your energy as well for your immune system to bring out your best self. Hopefully you found this interesting. I'll post the article so you can read it as well and share with everyone, your loved ones. Make sure you look after yourself, take care, everyone. Enjoy
the nice sunny weather that we have got anyway
in Tasmania. And we look forward to being with you next week.
Okay.
Bye everyone. Week. Thanks for listening.
Bye. Bye.